Have you ever wondered what really goes on behind those sleek modern airport walls? It's not all just overpriced coffee and moving walkways. Airports are actually packed with hidden secrets. Some clever, others a bit unsettling, and a few that are downright shocking. But don't worry, we're pulling back the curtain to reveal what airlines don't want you to know. These are the 15 most surprising airport secrets that they hope you'll never discover. From subtle psychological tricks to behind-the-scenes operations, you're about to see the airport in a whole new light. And stay with us until the end, because there's a bonus tip you absolutely won't want to miss. Ready? Let's dive in. Imagine this. You're running late for your flight, your phone battery is almost dead, and finally, you spot an empty seat near security with a charging port. Perfect, right? Not exactly. What seems like a small win might actually be a trap. Some of these convenient airport seating areas are strategically placed surveillance zones. Hidden cameras and built-in microphones can be tucked into these spots, silently capturing what you say and do while you think you're just scrolling through your feed. So, while you're happily charging your phone, there's a chance you're also feeding data to someone else's system. It's not just about power, it's about monitoring. That friendly-looking TSA kiosk nearby? It might just be eavesdropping. The next time you feel the urge to vent about your travel frustrations, especially near a charging station, maybe hold off. Because in these areas, Big Brother might be listening, and you're not as invisible as you think. Ever notice how you slow down as you walk through airport security? It's not just your heavy carry-on or travel fatigue, it's by design. Airports use a subtle psychological trick called cognitive friction. Right before you reach a key area like security, they often change the flooring, from hard tile to soft carpet. That change in texture triggers your brain to slow down, making you walk more calmly and deliberately. But this isn't about comfort. Slower passengers are easier to manage, screen, and direct, which helps airport staff keep things under control. It's a form of behavioral engineering built right into the floor beneath your feet. So the next time you shuffle quietly down a plush carpeted hallway, remember, you're not just walking to your gate, you're being gently guided by design. You've just made it through security, you're hot, tired, and your water bottle is empty. Then you spot it. A drinking fountain, free hydration at last. Or so you think. But hold up, that seemingly harmless water fountain might be dirtier than a gas station bathroom. Studies have found that many airport fountains go weeks without proper cleaning. We're talking mold, bacteria, biofilm, the kind of stuff your immune system really doesn't need. And think about this. Hundreds of travelers touch that same button every single day. Germs from all over the world gathering in one little spot. So while that overpriced bottled water might feel like a rip-off, it's probably the safer bet. A few extra dollars at the convenience store could save you from a nasty bug mid-flight. Your body will thank you, maybe even before you land. Think you're just another face in the crowd at the airport? Think again. Behind those friendly smiles, airport staff, from gate agents to flight attendants, are often trained to observe and assess passengers more closely than you might realize, and they usually get advance notice about specific travelers, especially VIPs, frequent flyers, or people who've caused issues in the past. So, if you once lost your cool at baggage claim or had an outburst at check-in, don't be surprised if you catch a few extra glances the next time you fly. It's not personal, it's protocol. Staff members are constantly watching for potential red flags. They're not just helping you find your seat or serving snacks, they're also making mental notes to help keep the flight safe and running smoothly. So, Maybe save the meltdown for after you land. Chances are, someone's already keeping an eye on you, just in case. You check your bag, wave it goodbye, and assume it's heading straight to the plane. But before it even reaches the conveyor belt, your luggage takes a detour, one you never see. Behind the scenes, your suitcase goes through a high-tech security maze designed to detect anything dangerous. We're talking powerful scanners that would make Superman blush. Machines that don't just look at what's inside your bag, but analyze everything in it. Your luggage passes through a system of advanced imaging technology, chemical sniffers, shape analyzers, and more, all in a matter of seconds. Every item is examined, scanned, and evaluated with surprising precision. It's not judging your souvenir choices or dirty laundry. It's making sure nothing in that bag could pose a threat. So the next time you watch your bag disappear behind the check-in counter, just know it's about to go on a high-tech mission, all for your safety. You finally make it to your gate. It's packed. The overhead bins are already full, and suddenly you're told there's no seat for you. But wait, didn't you already buy a ticket? Welcome to the world of overbooking, a well-known but rarely discussed airline strategy. Airlines routinely sell more tickets than there are actual seats on a flight. Why? Because they rely on data, showing that a certain number of passengers typically don't show up. Years of trends, algorithms, and no-shows all factor into their calculations. But when everyone shows up, that's when someone gets bumped. And just like that, your confirmed seat becomes, "We're so sorry, sir. The flight is full." It's not a mistake. It's completely legal, carefully calculated, and designed to maximize profits. Every empty seat is lost revenue, and airlines are determined to squeeze the most out of every flight. So next time your flight is overbooked, remember, it's not bad luck, it's business. It's something no one really wants to talk about, but yes, people do sometimes pass away during a flight. So what happens when it does? You won't hear a dramatic announcement or see panic among the crew. Instead, airlines have a system of secret code words to handle the situation discreetly and calmly. Phrases like Jim Wilson or Operation Sunrise might sound innocent to passengers, but to the flight crew, they signal a serious and sensitive emergency. It's all about maintaining calm and order. The goal is to address the situation professionally without alarming the other passengers or creating unnecessary stress mid-flight. So, if you ever hear an oddly formal or cryptic announcement over the intercom, it might not be about a routine procedure. It could be a quiet signal that something serious is happening right above the clouds. You're at the airport, you need cash, and great, there's an ATM right by your gate. Super convenient, right? Not so fast. Airport ATMs are often money traps. They're known for sky-high fees, terrible exchange rates, and enough fine print to make your head spin. In some cases, you could lose 10% or more on a single withdrawal without even realizing it. And if you're using a foreign card, it gets even worse. Between conversion markups, withdrawal charges, and hidden fees, that quick cash can turn into a costly mistake. Here's the smarter move. Withdraw cash before you arrive at the airport, ideally from your own bank. And once you're inside, stick to using credit cards, especially ones with no foreign transaction fees. They usually offer better protection and exchange rates. So next time you're tempted to grab cash from that flashy ATM in Terminal B, remember, it might cost you way more than you think. You finally settle into your airplane seat. The tray table's down, the seatbelt clicks, everything looks clean enough, right? Not even close. Airplanes are essentially flying petri dishes. Hundreds of passengers from around the world have touched, sneezed, coughed, and eaten in that same spot. And most planes only get a quick surface wipe between flights. A full, deep clean? That might happen once a month, if that. That tray table you're about to eat off? It's often one of the dirtiest surfaces on the entire plane. Even dirtier than a public restroom stall. Seatbelts, armrests, and touchscreens? Same story. The fix is simple: bring sanitizing wipes. Before you get comfortable, take a moment to wipe down everything in your space. The tray table, armrests, seatbelt buckle, even the window shade. Because in the air, it's not just the turbulence you should be worried about, it's the germs you can't see.
You're hungry?
Your flight's delayed, and the only thing in sight? A sad-looking sandwich with a $14 price tag. Welcome to the world of airport pricing, where everything from bottled water to a pack of gum seems to cost a small fortune. Why is everything so expensive? Simple. You're trapped. Once you've passed through security, your options are limited, and the shops know it. They take full advantage of the fact that you're tired, stressed, and don't have time to compare prices or shop around. Even basic items like snacks, magazines, and souvenir t-shirts are marked up dramatically. That $6 granola bar or $20 neck pillow isn't priced for value. It's priced for convenience and desperation. The solution? Pack your own snacks before you head to the airport. A little planning can save you big money and keep you from spending like you're at a luxury resort just to survive a layover. So, next time you reach for that overpriced soda, just remember, you're not paying for quality. You're paying because you don't have a choice. You're hungry, your flight's delayed, and the only thing in sight? A sad-looking sandwich with a $14 price tag. Welcome to the world of airport pricing, where everything from bottled water to a pack of gum seems to cost a small fortune. Why is everything so expensive? Simple, you're trapped. Once you've passed through security, your options are limited, and the shops know it. They take full advantage of the fact that you're tired, stressed, and don't have time to compare prices or shop around. Even basic items like snacks, magazines, and souvenir t-shirts are marked up dramatically. That $6 granola bar or $20 neck pillow isn't priced for value. It's priced for convenience and desperation. The solution? Pack your own snacks before you head to the airport. A little planning can save you big money and keep you from spending like you're at a luxury resort just to survive a layover. So next time you reach for that overpriced soda, just remember, you're not paying for quality, you're paying because you don't have a choice. You've seen them? Those quiet, luxurious airport lounges with comfy chairs, free snacks, and calm vibes. You probably thought, must be nice, but that's not for me. But here's the secret. You don't have to be rich or a frequent flyer to get in. Many airport lounges offer day passes for a modest fee, and some credit cards, even ones with no annual fee, include free lounge access as a perk. You just have to know where to look. Instead of cramming into a noisy gate area with overpriced coffee and nowhere to charge your phone, you could be reclining in a quiet space, sipping a cappuccino, and enjoying free Wi-Fi and snacks. So, next time you're stuck with a long layover, check your credit card benefits or ask at the lounge desk. You might be surprised at what's available. Because let's be honest, A little peace and comfort before takeoff. You deserve it. The captain comes on the intercom. Ladies and gentlemen, we've arrived early. Sounds like a win, right? Well, not exactly. You've just experienced one of the oldest airline tricks in the book: padded flight times. Airlines often add extra minutes or even hours to their official schedules. Why? So that even if your flight runs behind, it can still technically arrive on time, or even early. It's a tactic to boost their on-time performance stats, which affects everything from rankings to customer satisfaction scores. It might feel like you're getting there ahead of schedule, but really, it was all built into the plan from the start. So next time you celebrate landing ahead of time, just remember, you didn't beat the clock. The clock was set back before you ever boarded. You're cruising smoothly at 35,000 feet. The sky is calm, the seatbelt sign is off, everything feels under control. But here's something you might not expect. Your pilot could be asleep. And believe it or not, that's perfectly normal and even planned. On long-haul flights, pilots are required to take rest breaks. They usually take turns sleeping in designated rest areas or reclined seats, while the co-pilot or autopilot keeps the plane on course. It's all part of strict aviation regulations designed to keep everyone safe. In fact, well-rested pilots are much safer than tired ones. Would you rather have your captain dozing off during landing or taking a scheduled nap mid-flight? So if you ever hear that the pilot is catching a little shut-eye, don't panic. It just means they're following procedure and doing their job exactly right. Ever see a plane take off with barely anyone on board? No, you're not imagining things. That was likely a ghost flight. But why would an airline fly a nearly empty jet? It all comes down to airport slot rules. Major airports allocate specific takeoff and landing slots to airlines, and those slots are incredibly valuable. If an airline doesn't use its assigned slot often enough, it risks losing it to a competitor. So instead of canceling a flight, even if it has very few or zero passengers, airlines will sometimes send that plane into the skies just to keep their slot active. It might seem wasteful, and it is. It burns fuel, costs money, and carries almost no one. But from the airline's perspective, keeping that time slot is worth far more in the long run. So if you ever board a flight that feels eerily empty, you might just be riding on a ghost flight, flying nowhere on purpose, all in the name of business strategy. You've landed. The seatbelt sign dings off, and like clockwork, everyone rushes to the aisle, most heading straight for the nearest bathroom after the flight. But here's the problem. That first bathroom by the arrival gate, it's usually the busiest, messiest, and most stressful one in the entire airport. Everyone from your flight, and possibly the one before, is lining up to use it. Here's a smarter move. Keep walking. Just head a little farther into the terminal. A few extra steps can lead you to a quieter, cleaner restroom that's fully stocked and way less chaotic. It's a small decision that can make a big difference in your post-flight experience. And with that, now you know some of the most surprising airport secrets airlines would rather keep under wraps. From surveillance zones to padded flight times and even ghost planes, the airport is full of things hiding in plain sight. Next time you fly, you won't just travel. You'll know what's really going on behind the scenes.